It's not just another day in your life. Things are changing for the better. At Comcast, we see those changes, and we're thinking about how we use technology today to live, work, learn, and play. And we're building for the future now, so we're better prepared for the wants and needs of tomorrow. That's why Comcast is rolling out multi-gig internet speeds to more than 50 million homes and businesses before the end of 2025, making our already industry-leading network even faster, smarter, greener, and more reliable. Over the decades, Comcast has been your partner, working hard to serve your community, and will continue to be your partner. We're expanding our gigabits so you can enjoy the tiny bits that matter most.
I'm Brandon Jones, host of the Teen Mental Health podcast, It Is Not Your Fault.
And I'm Lambert Fisher, family therapist and host of the Diversity Dude podcast.
We're not always going to be all right, and that's what makes us human. Often, when we're in pain or even thinking of suicide, we may not want others to know, but you'll feel better if you talk to someone. And you can do that safely and anonymously.
We can recognize when loved ones are not okay. They bottle up, they isolate, they're angry.
That's why we want you to know about 988, Minnesota Lifeline, for someone you're worried about or even yourself.
Anyone with an emotional or mental health related need can call, chat, or text 988 for free, confidential support. You can connect with 988 to discuss difficulty with money, relationships, anxiety, your job, concerns about drug or alcohol use, grief support, figuring out your identity, and more.
You don't even have to identify yourself or the person you're calling about, and no insurance is needed.
988 is available 24/7 year-round and can interpret in more than 200 languages.
So take a brave step. Call or text 988.
Or chat at 988lifeline.org. You don't have to do this alone.
Finally tired of doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results? Well, this show is going to help you change your life for the better. Strap on your seatbelt and navigate this roller coaster we call life with human potential expert and best-selling author Dr. Verna Price. Each week, Dr. Verna blesses you with her virtues to live your best life so you can be the best you that you can be.
Welcome back to Dr. Verna's Virtues. For those of you who are brand new, I am Dr. Verna Cornelia Price. It's great to have you. Thanks for joining. And listen in and subscribe and tell your neighbors and friends to do the same. For those of you who are returning, good to see you. I hope that all is well with you and your family. Let's go ahead and get started with our affirmation. This is my life, and I get to change it when I want to, how I want to, if I want to, because it was given to me. And that makes me very valuable, very important, very lovable, and extremely powerful. Yes, you have enough power in your life right now to change your life for the good, which is what this is really all about. For those of you who know, my first work is The Power of People, 4 kinds of people who can change your life. And the 4 kinds of people are adders, subtractors, multipliers, and dividers. So if you hear people talking about those types of 4 types of people, you can say, oh, I know that author. I know Dr. Verna. She's the one who authored that work 20 years ago. Now, in this, as I look at 20 years ago for this work, what's amazing is that this work around the power of people and how we use our power to be an adder, subtractor, multiplier, or divider is as new today as it was 20 years ago. It is as relevant today as it was 20 years ago, because people still use their power in this one of 4 ways, as adders, subtractors, multipliers, or dividers. So I'm going to talk about dividers today, and these are called tricky people. Now, of the 4 types of powerful people, dividers is the most dangerous power source in terms of being destructive. And it is the most powerful power source in terms of destroying people. Multipliers, they are the most powerful power source in terms of lifting people up, in terms of getting people to the next level, in terms of making good things happen for people. Those are called multipliers. Dividers, however, are also very powerful people, but they're tricky people. They are the people who seem to have it all going on the surface, they come into your life like a force. They come in, they want to be your best friend. They want to get to know you. They want to get to know your family. They just want your information. It's like they just come and they take over your life. What's interesting about them, though, is that they're often very smart, very interesting people. They're often people who have done a lot, gone a lot of places, and they're often people who you think, wow, this person wants to be in my life. Wow, they want to be a business partner with me. But the truth of the matter is that you just met them. You just met them. And what a divider does is their mission is to dismantle your life. Okay, their mission. That's their mission. That's what they really want to do. And when I say dismantle, they want to kind of divide means to separate into pieces. So they want to take your life as you know it, and they want to separate your life out into these little pieces. Now, when it's all said and done, what they really want to do is to control your life and to be in control of you. They want you literally to give the control of your life over to them. Does this sound scary? I hope it does, because when you have a divider in your life, in the professional world, what a divider does is that if they cannot control your professional life, they will find a way to destroy your professional life. They'll go after your character. They'll go after your work ethics. They'll go after you in the workplace, and they will find a way to destroy you. They'll lie about you. These are people who send those blind copied emails to your supervisor, to your boss. These are people who show up in the meeting and they're like, "Oh, I'm your best friend, and I'm on your side. I'm the best coworker ever." But behind your back, they're telling lies about you. They're sending negative emails about you, and they are actually working really, really hard to get you fired and or to dismantle your character and your name. Those are dividers. And what a divider does is when they come into your life with like a whirlwind, what they want is control. Now, because as people, we suffer from something, okay? Most of us, like 99.9% of us, until we come to a realization that this is happening to us, most of us suffer from people pleasing. In other words, we want someone to like us. We want someone to think we're okay. And so what we do is we're forever looking to please people. We don't want to make people mad. We don't want to make people upset with us. We don't want to do the wrong thing, because in our heart of hearts, we're looking for what is called your birthright. When you were born with a right to 4 things. And the 4 things you were born with is a right to be valuable, which is why every child wants to be held. They want to be loved. They want to be listened to. When babies cry, they want you to respond. Why? Because as human beings, you were born valuable. You were born a treasure into this earth. So they want that birthright, right? They want you, dividers, want to make it seem as though they are valuing you. But the truth of the matter is they're not valuing you. What they're doing is they're using you, right? When was the last time a divider actually really did something for you? When you take a real look at divider, what you're really doing is you're doing things for them all the time. They are using your knowledge. They're using your information. They're using your networks and your partnerships. They're using your wit, your joy. They will use your stuff. The second birthright is because we're all looking for this. This is how dividers get into our lives. When we don't understand our own birthright, what we do is we're looking for this, and we're looking to please people. Your second birthright is that you are important. And what dividers do really well is they give you a false sense of importance. They make it seem as though you are really important to them, like you are the best thing that's ever happened to them. But they're tricky. What they're really doing is they're making you dependent on them. They are enabling you. So when it comes right down to it, you won't actually be able to do for yourself. You have to look to a divider to do for you. Whenever you have to look to a divider to be the person who is doing things for you and making things happen for you, you're in trouble. In your personal life, when a divider comes in and they are taking control, right? Because you no longer feel valuable, because unless a divider says so, what are they doing? They are robbing you of your self-esteem. You no longer feel important unless a divider says you're important. What are they doing? They are robbing you of your future. They are robbing you of your self-esteem. It is of your confidence. It is happening. A divider is literally taking you apart. And then there's lovable. Your third birthright is that you are lovable. You were born to love and be loved. What do dividers do? These are all people, right? What dividers do with their power is that at first they make it seem like they really, really love you. They care about you. You're the best thing that's ever happened to them. And then they turn on you. And then they use their love against you, right? So they literally, a divider will say to you, nobody else but me loves you. Like there's no one else who loves you but me. And you're not going to find love anywhere else. I'm the only person that loves you. I'm the only person that cares about you. That, just so you know, is a lie from the pit of hell. Just so you know, when a divider says stuff like that to you, it is not true. First of all, I want you to love yourself. Secondly, God loves you. Thirdly, there is someone in your life I know who loves you, because here's what dividers do. They separate you. They put a wedge between you and your adders and you and your multipliers. You will know a divider has come into your life because the people who have been adding to you and multiplying your life, these people disappear. They cannot be in the same relationships with dividers because dividers cut you off from them. Be really careful. If people you know who love you, care about you, who are truly valuing you and see you important, those people, if those people are all of a sudden leaving your life, a divider has come into your life. And the fourth thing, a fourth birthright that you have that a divider preys on is powerful. You were born to be powerful. Your power source is what gives you the ability to make a decision about your life and that you're going to change. What a divider does is that they convince you that they're the ones who are in control. They're the ones who are controlling your life, that you need them so badly that you can no longer make a decision for yourself. When that happens, you are in the claws of a powerful divider. In the workplace, what a divider is going to do is that if you will not go along with their schemes, they're the people that will get you involved in things like embezzlement. They're the people that will get you involved in petty crimes in the workplace, in telling lies. Why? Because a divider, and by the way, when a divider does that, who's going to get the fall? It's going to be you. And what's going to happen to your character? You're the one that's going to get fired. You're the one that's going to get defamed. You are dealing with a divider. In the workplace, what do you do? What do you do with a divider in the workplace? First of all, just stay away from them. Second of all, try to find another job or another area. Third of all, try to find a multiplier who you can work with and literally keep your distance and disconnect from working with dividers as much as is possible. And for sure, stop giving your dividers your information. No more information, no more conversation with that person. In your personal life, what do you do with divider, right? Dividers in your personal life can get very dangerous to the place where they can destroy you. So you have to take precaution and you have to get yourself out of that relationship. And there's a long, long way of how to do that. But first thing is first is get to a safe place, get to safe people who actually you can talk to about this, and then find a way to get out, run from that divider in your personal life. Okay. Now, before you do anything that I'm saying, do your analysis. Make sure you're dealing with a divider. Make sure you know who you are. Get yourself back. Get who you are back and begin to actually find who you are again and take control back of your life. And how do you do that? With one decision, that I am not going to let this person run my life anymore. And I wouldn't talk to them about it. I would just start taking some steps toward that. Okay. So longer conversation on dividers, but I just wanted you to know, be aware that there are tricky people out there who appear to be powerful and positive, but the truth of the matter is that you have to listen out for them, and you have to see what they're talking about, and you have to wait them out. Do not give them all of your information. Do not give them, just give them control of your life. Do not do that. Make sure that you know who you're dealing with, and never give control of your life to anyone. You're the one that's powerful. You're in control of your life, and you make decisions about what's going to happen for you and with you. All right, this was a little deep today. I sure hope that it was helpful. For those of you who want to know more about dividers, get my book, The Power of People, 4 Kinds of People Who Can Change Your Life. You can find it on my website, drvernaprice.com, or you can go to my Shopify store, powerlessonsforlife.com, and get your book. And we'll see you soon. Let's go ahead and finish up with of course, Power Lessons for Life is going to encourage you to move along with your life and get dividers out of your life. Run. Okay, this is my life, and I get to change it when I want to, how I want to, if I want to. Because why? It was given to me. And that makes me very valuable, very important, very lovable, and extremely powerful. You do not need a divider in your life, but you do need adders and multipliers. All right, we'll talk soon. Bye.
Get caught up on previous episodes of Dr. Verna's Virtues at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African-American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast-quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.
Mark your calendar for October 17th. That's Open House Day at Summit Academy OIC, and that's where your next career begins. In just 20 weeks, Summit Academy can prepare you to be a medical administrative assistant, IT specialist, carpenter, electrician, or financial services professional. These are good paying jobs in high demand in the Twin Cities. Summit Academy will not only prepare you for a job with advancement opportunities, they'll help you connect with employers and hiring managers. That's right, Summit Academy has a list of local employer partners ready and eager to hire Summit graduates. At the open house, you'll meet Summit instructors and staff. These incredible people will guide you through the entire process, from application to graduation. And if you're looking to earn your GED, Summit can help with that. Come to Summit Academy's open house, located at 935 Olson Memorial Highway in North Minneapolis. Find out more at saoic.org. And we'll see you October 17th from 3 to 5 p.m.
If you live in an older home, it may contain lead-based paint on walls, woodwork, and windows. Even more bad news, lead exposure can be dangerous to young children and impact their brain development. And now, the good news. Hennepin County will fix lead hazards in your home at no cost to you.
We were worried because of the paint in the windows in the bedroom. They were peeling and chipping, and we know that when paint peels and chips, and it looks a certain way, that's possibly lead. We were worried for our children more so than anything.
Eligible homes can qualify for up to $15,000 in upgrades. You may even qualify for new energy-efficient windows. Don't worry, Hennepin County has a trusted list of pre-approved contractors. You won't even have to find companies with correct licenses or certifications.
I've just done a test and it's positive. So we know that this is lead-based paint, and then we know it's a hazard because it's creating dust every time this window moves and opens. And if you look in here, that's just full of lead paint chips.
You won't have to stay with your cousin while you're getting the lead out. Hennepin County even pays for you and your family to stay in a hotel while the work is underway. The last good news is how easy it is to apply. Just go to hennepin.us/lead control to get started.
I'm really happy with the program. We can go to bed knowing that our children are safe.
That's hennepin.us/lead control. Tell your friends about it.
I'm Brandon Jones, host of the Teen Mental Health Podcast, It Is Not Your Fault.
And I'm Lambert Fisher, family therapist and host of the Diversity Dude podcast.
We're not always going to be all right, and that's what makes us human. Often, when we're in pain or even thinking of suicide, we may not want others to know, but you'll feel better if you talk to someone, and you can do that safely and anonymously.
We can recognize when loved ones are not okay. They bottle up, they isolate, they're angry.
That's why we want you to know about 988, Minnesota Lifeline, for someone you're worried about or even yourself.
Anyone with an emotional or mental health related need can call, chat, or text 988 for free, confidential support. You can connect with 988 to discuss difficulty with money, relationships, anxiety, your job, concerns about drug or alcohol use, grief support, figuring out your identity, and more.
You don't even have to identify yourself or the person you're calling about, and no insurance is needed.
988 is available 24/7 year-round and can interpret in more than 200 languages.
So take a brave step. Call or text 988.
Or chat at 988lifeline.org. You don't have to do this alone.